One of the most iconic Halloween characters is undoubtedly Jack Skellington, the protagonist of the acclaimed movie The Nightmare Before Christmas. The film transports us to Halloween Town, a peculiar town located in a realm beyond life and death. Little is known about Jack's past before arriving in this gloomy place. But a fascinating theory points to a surprising possibility. What if this strange skeleton is actually the Grinch himself, the archenemy of Christmas reincarnated after his death? And what if there are clues like the Grinch's death, and even the ghost of his dog? Want to know more? In this video, we are going to talk about this interesting theory. And if you want to know more theories about your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Welcome to the Oasis Geek. Having a Halloween aesthetic but talking about Christmas, it is the movie that usually dominates during this season, only accompanied by other movies about Santa Claus or the Grinch. But what would you think if I told you that these movies could take place in the same universe, and that Jack is the reincarnation of an enemy of Christmas? This theory comes from a phrase that Jack Skellington mentions when he introduces himself. He says that at one point he was alive. This raises a question: what character was he before becoming a skeleton? If we analyze his current name, it seems to be a made-up one, and not his original name from when he was alive. Jack is a generic and common English name, while Skellington clearly alludes to his skeletal appearance. Therefore, it is logical to deduce that this peculiar name was adopted by Jack after he became an inhabitant of Halloween Town, and his former identity remains unknown. But why is Jack Skellington connected to the Grinch? To understand why he could really have been the Grinch in life, we must start with the physique of these two characters. If we analyze in depth the physical aspects of the Grinch and Jack Skellington, we find striking similarities between these Christmas characters. Starting with their build, both the Grinch and Jack are slender and stylish individuals, with almost surrealistic proportions. Their limbs are long and thin as noodles, ending with disproportionately large hands and feet. Their bony, pale fingers with pointed claws resemble tentacles or tree branches. Their faces have angular features and prominent foreheads with piercing, slanted eyes. Their noses are small and pointed, while their ears are large, projecting from their heads in an exaggerated manner. Both possess crooked smiles that show sharp, yellowish teeth. As stories go, the Grinch lives in isolation because he hates Christmas, songs, presents, and the joy of the Who's. However, when he finally understands the true Christmas spirit, his heart grows 3 sizes. Similarly, Jack Skellington becomes obsessed with Christmas when he accidentally arrives in Christmas Town, fascinated by its lights and traditions. He too experiences a transformation and understanding of the meaning of Christmas in the end. Let's talk about the towns: Halloween Town, where Jack Skellington lives, and Whoville, the Grinch's home. Comparing them, we could speculate that they are actually parallel universes distorted from each other. Both are clearly based on the aesthetics of traditional Christmas villages, with small houses and cobblestone streets. However, Halloween Town has a dark and sinister atmosphere, with twisted buildings, pumpkins, and references to terror everywhere. It is like a spooky and ghostly version of the cheerful and idyllic Whoville. Let's talk about the people of each village. Halloween Town is populated by creatures that at first glance may seem frightening. From dancing skeletons to witches and monsters, these citizens reflect everything we associate with the darkness and mystery of Halloween night. While they may have creepy appearances, in reality, many of them are friendly and simply enjoy the traditions of their holiday. In contrast, Whoville is a bright and festive place, where everything revolves around Christmas. The Who's, with their wide smiles and big hearts, epitomize the Christmas spirit. They are the reflection of the joy, generosity, and warmth that we associate with this time of year. They celebrate with enthusiasm, singing carols, and sharing moments with their loved ones. The monstrous citizens of Halloween Town are creepy versions of the cheerful and good-natured Who's of Whoville. They could represent their internalized fears and nightmares. Two versions of the same coin, darkness and lightness. Another interesting element is the way in which each world faces Christmas. For Whoville, it is a bright and cheerful holiday, but in Halloween Town they fear it and do not understand it, interpreting it in a macabre and twisted way. Thus, both places explore the opposite extremes of the Christmas spirit. Whoville represents the bright side, while Halloween Town embodies the dark fears that lie behind the holiday. But perhaps one of the clues that many claim to be the definitive one is his faithful companion, his dog. Max, the dog, accompanies the bitter Grinch on his misdeeds, while Zero, Jack's ghostly dog, follows him on his adventures. The theory proposes that Max and Zero could be the same dog reincarnated. But then, if they really are the same character, how did the Grinch become Jack Skellington, and why doesn't he remember anything? Perhaps the clues lie in the endings of both stories. Recall that at the end of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, after the Grinch understands the true meaning of Christmas, his heart is said to have grown 3 sizes that day. Could we interpret this literally? It is possible that the Grinch's spiritual change physically affected his heart in a magical way, making it grow out of proportion until it caused his death. Thus his body would have died, but his soul would have been transported to the world of Halloween Town, reincarnated on the skeletal figure of Jack Skellington. When the spirit of the Grinch arrived in this new world dominated by the macabre and sinister, he would have lost all his conscious memories of his previous life, but his essence of what he was remained. Others also began to say that he looked like a skeleton, which led him to adopt his name. Hence, the bitter Grinch was reborn as the cheerful and enthusiastic Jack Skellington, with only a vague nostalgia for the Christmas he had so hated in his previous life. But tell me, is Jack Skellington really the Grinch? Let me know your opinion in the comments. And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You're on the Oasis Geek.